Pemirsa, KBRI Tunisia menggelar doa bersama sekaligus pelepasan relawan Indonesia Global Peace Convoy yang akan berlayar menembus Gaza. Global Smooth Flotilla adalah misi kemanusiaan untuk menembus blokade Zionis Israel di Gaza. Acara digelar di Rumah Indonesia Jumat malam waktu setempat. Dubes Republik Indonesia untuk Tunisia, Zuhairi Misrawi, menegaskan siap mendukung segala kebutuhan relawan, termasuk memonitor perjalanan relawan selama di laut. Dubes menyatakan akan menjalin koordinasi dengan kedutaan besar yang dilewati jalur pelayaran. Misi kemanusiaan warga sipil maritim Flotilla sebelumnya selalu mengalami kendala, mulai dari disabotase hingga diserang di perairan.
Yang akan menyuarakan kebenaran.
Doa untuk Gaza, doa untuk Palestina, pelepasan Global Peace Convoy Indonesia. Dengan satu doa yang sangat spesial, yaitu doa Hizbul Bahar, yaitu doa laut, yaitu yang biasa dibaca supaya kita berhasil meraih cita-cita dan mimpi kita semua, yaitu blokade Gaza dibuka, Palestina merdeka gitu. Dan ini perjuangan yang sangat berat, tetapi kebetulan doa ini lahir di Tunisia, di laut yang akan dilalui oleh para relawan Global Smooth Flotilla.
Pemirsa, veteran militer Amerika Serikat dan aktivis anti perang Ann Wright pernah 2 kali bergabung dalam misi Freedom Flotilla. Di misi bersama Mavi Marmara, hidupnya pernah dipertaruhkan. Bahkan ia pernah dipenjara oleh Zionis Israel 2 kali. Apa harapannya untuk Global Smooth Flotilla? Kita ikuti wawancara Iqbal Himawan dan Yahdin Syafrizal dari Tunisia.
Dalam beberapa hari lagi, delegasi dari Global Smooth Flotilla yang dari Indonesia nanti, Indonesian Global Peace Convoy atau IGPC, akan segera berlayar menembus Gaza dalam misi kemanusiaan terbesar di dunia, menembus blokade Gaza. Nah, banyak tokoh yang pernah bergabung dalam misi-misi flotilla sebelumnya. Salah satunya adalah Ann Wright. Ann Wright ini dulu pernah bergabung pada saat misi Mavi Marmara yang cukup mematikan. Pada saat itu ada beberapa aktivis yang dibunuh oleh tentara IDF, dan kita akan tanya lebih lanjut apa bedanya jika dibandingkan dengan misi yang sekarang. Hi, Ann, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you and welcome to the Indonesian delegation.
So in how many missions have you joined?
I have been on 2 missions that I've ended up in prison in Israel, but I've been on 8 different boats over since 2010 until 2024.
You've been in prison, so did you think about the worst case scenario before you board the ship?
Well, of course, the worst case is if the Israeli military starts shooting people, unarmed civilians with no weapons. We hope that does not happen again as it did in 2010. But things that do happen, sometimes they use tasers on people, particularly the captains and crew. People get seasick on the ships, and so making sure that we have the medics on board that keep people rehydrated. Another problem is falling down on a boat.
Slippery surface because of the water.
Slippery surface and very steep stairs. So we anticipate that everyone will be fine, but we have medical staff on each one of the boats, and we also have a large medical ship that will be traveling with the flotilla should there be very strong emergencies.
Which one is more challenging, and the supply of clean water or the heat?
Or the what?
Heat. The heat sun.
Oh, the heat. Well, both. You need to stay out of the sun. Don't get heat stroke. And keep drinking lots of fluid when you get seasick. You know, you have to replenish all the fluids. So that's a key part. And probably most people will not be eating anything the first 2 or 3 days. They'll not feel like eating. But then you'll slowly start eating. Then keep drinking water, though, to stay hydrated.
Okay. So compared to your missions that you've been in, what are the biggest differences without the latest mission?
Well, the number of boats is the biggest difference, that we may have 20, 30, 40 boats that are challenging the blockade. And so the Israelis, we don't know quite what their response is going to be, whether they will try to stop each boat individually and how they'll do it. We don't know if they will be trying to maybe put a blockade up so the boats can't move any further, but not board them. So all of these things we've thought out in our minds as we plan this. So we'll have plenty of water on board every one of the boats, and everyone should take snacks with them, though. Every person should. No, but we are coming as unarmed civilians, no weapons, and they know that. So they should not be using violence against us as unarmed civilians.
So that's why we keep focusing on the concept of non-violence movement. And the last one, if you see the global wave of support to Palestinians this year, can you tell me how do you feel?
Oh, well, it's wonderful to see the type of support that's coming. We've had 3 boats now that have sailed before this year. In the global march in Cairo and also in Tunisia. Those generated so much interest, and then now culminating in the global Samud flotilla. So it's great to see all of these people from all over the world be coming to first Barcelona and now Tunis to be a part of this very important movement for the people of Palestine.
And thank you for sharing. We still need your support. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care. Ya, jadi itu tadi Nahen Wright ini bahkan pernah menjadi kepala misi dari flotilla yang sebelumnya ya. Jadi tentu punya banyak pengalaman terkait bagaimana survive dengan bertahan hidup di kapal supaya fokus kepada misi, yakni mendobrak blokade Gaza dan mengantarkan bantuan, makanan dan semua yang dibutuhkan oleh warga Gaza. Dan fokusnya tentu saja non-violence mission. Dari Tunis, Tunisia, Iqbal Himawan, Yahdi Syafrizal, Metro TV.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download Metro TV Extend sekarang.